Here we are, guys. The next game from Gen Con, the North American Championship. We got Pacer Stringfellow. Pacer Stringfellow, the regional champion from Tulsa here, who we're very familiar with. On the left, we've got Lucas Li, regional champion from St. Louis, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I believe that's correct.
Or in that area. On the right, Clash of the Titans here. And I'm Steven.
And I'm Tim.
Hi, Tim.
Hi.
Tell me a story. Tell me about what's going on here. We've got Noise. Okay. Now, Pacer, arguably the best Noise player in the world.
Arguably.
That has been said many a time.
Now, here's the thing. You have Noise here, who is very, very good against any age.
Yes.
It's probably the strongest matchup against any age.
Is it just a space race, right?
Yes.
So this is basically install some viruses, try to get the Astros milled.
Try to get all of the tools milled.
Avoid the Jacksons. We're going to watch how Pacer plays this. So he gets 2 right off the bat, a cache and a data sucker. Takes the cache credits off immediately, of course.
Aesop's.
Plays the Aesop's pawn shop and then passes it right over. Now, I imagine he knows at this point that Lucas is not running any kind of Scorched variant.
Yeah.
Most of the guys know what decks are in the top 16. That's just the nature of playing in a tournament. The second cut, you just know. Everyone's been talking. People are talking, man. And now you got to look at this. Is Lucas going to try to sneak out an Astro here? This is a brilliant play. You got to put early pressure on Noise, right? You got to put early pressure on Noise.
It's the way to the future.
Pop-up window happens over there on R&D. Sees the top card and scores the Astro.
Oh.
Big deal.
That is huge.
This can happen, man, and this will shut it down. Second is going to be HQ. And there's the wraparound, of course. Third is going to be Archives. He sees Pad Campaign and an Architect. Always happy to see Architect over there. And finally, we see Eli over there. And he passes it over. And that exact combination of things means that he cannot score out anything that is over there. Unless he has Shipment from Sansan, you're right.
Which I'm pretty sure he's running.
He is running that. I do know that for sure. So he installs a card and gains 2 credits. Chucks 1, passes it over to Pacer. Draws a card. He went ahead and cashed off that Aesop's. I believe that was last turn. Sees Cyberdex. The purge happens.
He's going to trash that.
I imagine he trashes it. He doesn't want to... That's a hard one. You don't want Lucas to control the purge, but you also want to check archives every now and again, so...
But, I mean, it's going to happen anyway.
Yeah, and you got that pop-up window on R&D. You can get those counters. And, man, that early Astro, really cool. Now, you got to wonder, though, should he click through that Eli and go check that out? Is that a Sansan, or is that an Astro that just got a little bit...
I mean, my heart tells me yes.
My heart tells me to check it, Tim.
Yes, but my body tells me no.
Heart says yes, body says no. Story of my college years.
Heyo. Got a clone chip, so he's probably going to get another cash out.
He is potentially going to do that, and we see a shipment from Sansan, and it was the breaking news, getting the tags and trashing the Aesop's. Great play by Lucas Li here. This is the kind of play that takes your NEH from OK to World Championship level. You got to know that that's the play you can make. He sets the breaking news up early, not too risky, and knows he's going to have to take out that pawn shop.
At worst, he's losing a point.
That's right, and he knows he has to take out that pawn shop eventually.
And at best,
at some point.
He's ruining Pacer's economic engine for the rest of the game.
Checks archives. Sees the NAPD. Going to pay 4 for that.
It's 4-1 right now, Steven.
And then purges virus counters, of course. 4-1. This is what you want to look. This is how you race NEH. This is how you beat it. He needs to just get that corroder down and start pounding HQ. Get some data sucker tokens.
He needs some money first.
He's gonna stay on top of R&D. Sweeps week for 4. Classic NEH catch up. And then goes over the top of Eli. So establishing a bit of a remote here. This is nice.
I think he knows that Pacer has a hard time breaking remotes.
Yeah, and Lucas has to be very, very fast here, right? He knows he has to rush. And he's got to watch out because Pacer could be running some Clot. He could be drawn into Clot. And with that clone chip out, well, there's the cash. So he gets a mill and he gets some free money.
That's what you need.
Without Aesop's, not quite as good. And kills the pop-up window. Gets another card from the top. And then installs another Aesop's pawn shop.
So good.
So he's going to be making the money. Pacer playing it really well. As we said, perhaps the best Noise player in the entire world. Very, very modest guy at the same time. You got to love Pacer. He's a true gem of a player.
Hilariously nice. It's great.
Never change, Pacer. Never change.
I feel like we're signing yearbooks.
Yeah, that's right. Gen
Never
Con
change.
2015.
Hope to see you this summer.
Hashtag. There's Enigma. So it reses the Enigma. Pacer's going to lose that click. And that's actually a pretty tough remote for Noise to deal with.
All it takes is a Yogg, Steven.
A Yogg and a bunch of clicks, but Pacer doesn't like installing anything that isn't viruses. And there's another wraparound. So Lucas seen those 2 wraparounds pretty early. That's really great for him. It's going to allow him to slow this game down a tiny bit. And does Pacer check archives?
No.
There's a
was
lamprey. And he's going to probably set it up for next time. Remember, a Jackson Howard here, very important card in this matchup. Lucas just gaining 3.
I mean, he's broke.
He's broke. Aesop's Pawn Shop clears out the lamprey. Pacer drawing 2 cards to start the turn off. Plays the Street Peddler.
Lucas preemptive reaching for the mill.
Preemptively reaching for the mill, that's right.
Now, how about Street Peddler being one of the best cards ever for Noise?
And really, one of the best cards ever for Noise. Also gets Faust, really just huge pumps, and why you see him doing so well. Even though Pacer won with him at the regional without these tools. And also really validating Valencia to me. Street Peddler Valencia, I think, is a really strong deck. Haven't built it yet, but after doing all this commentary, that is the first thing I'm going to be doing. In my free time, of course, not in my work time.
Yeah, sure.
In case Zach's listening to this commentary.
But Street Peddler is insane in Noise.
Yeah, it has three cards, can install immediately
it's
one of those
cash.
cards. And Lucas, a lot of cards in the yard here.
A lot of cards in the yard.
Cards in the yard could be building up to a Sand play. I have a feeling that HQ is wide open. Are we going to see a Corroder? That would be a killer here. First action draw, second action draw. Pacer also likes to work in legwork into his decks from time to time. I know because we've talked decks before. Gains 3 for the cash there and the mill, and I would be tempted to check archives here.
There's a lot of cards there.
A lot of cards over there, and there he goes. Pacer checking it out. I'm glad I'm keeping speed with one of the best players in the game.
Jackson.
Mills a Jackson, some pop-up windows, a Biotic.
Seems pretty good.
And that means HQ looks just cherry-picked right here.
Yeah.
And Lucas still about 1 turn. I guess he could
score an Astro here. Oh.
Just a Beal down there.
Or just scoring it the old-fashioned way.
Go, man. NEH played like a true champion.
He doesn't need fast advance.
Doesn't need fast advance. Goes to 3 points. Pacer drawing out hard. I think he's really digging for that Corroder.
HQ has to be loaded, right?
HQ or R&D. One of them is bananasly big. Goes for the Deja Vu here for a couple caches, probably. A cache and a Parasite. And is he going to wrap around the hard way? Surely he's not. There goes on the Enigma. Gets a discard. And discards, what is that? A final Aesops.
Aesops, yeah.
So got to be careful not to get tagged. He doesn't want to lose that final Aesops that's on the board.
He's got 2 cash in hand, I think.
Yeah.
So it's like, the game's not going to last much longer based on both of these decks.
It's very true. And now he has to deal with this remote. And Archives gets some ice there.
Oh, if he installed a Parasite off of that Peddler onto that Enigma.
Oh, man, wouldn't that be pretty? Pacer really looking at what his options are, and he's looking at Peddler here. What's he got? Could have like a Faust or something in there. You never know. He can control remotes with that thing really well.
You can control anything with that really well.
Anything.
Except for Swordsman's.
I kind of overlooked that card.
Swordman's.
I never gave it a decent shot. That's the problem. You got to play these cards, guys. That is the key. Play the cards.
Selling a data sucker. Crazy hair, don't care.
Crazy hair, don't care. Draws a card.
Speaking of crazy hair, how beautiful is Quetzal?
Gorgeous. That's a great mat, too.
It's such a good mat.
Cash happens. I think Pace is going to make the Archives play here. He's probably not going to try for that remote too hard, even if he wants to. There's a pop-up window. Nobody cares too much about that. And sees a couple. Scores of breaking news. That's actually pretty critical.
5 points.
We're 1 agenda away. Can he get in that remote? Can he? Can he get in there?
That Parasite should be purged.
Can he get in there? Will he get in there? That Parasite should be purged. You're totally right. We'll see if that affects the game here. Onus on both players to be aware of that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a May.
Oh, yeah?
I think so.
Okay. Technicality. Another Parasite happens. And passes it over. So looking at 5, Pacer really ahead of the curve here. We didn't see an Astro scored out there. I think if an Astro was scored out of that remote right there, Lucas has a decent shot at this.
Right now, I'd say it's fairly even.
It's close. I would still put Lucas on the back foot here.
I agree.
Only a single back foot, though.
Only a single back foot. Not both of his back feet.
Installs a card, and man, he has really not been working this NEH ability too hard. We've only seen a couple draws off of that install. Enigma goes away.
And it shouldn't.
That leaves that remote wide open. Pacer making that money.
Watching it burn.
And boy, just a couple viruses here in archives looks pretty okay, Tim.
Or even 4 viruses.
4 viruses. He could get 4 if he's got one in the peddler. And I'd say odds are pretty high of 3 random cards being one of them being a virus. There's the Sansan. Tough decisions. It's going to stay there. Installs the Imp. Goes and imps the Sansan. Saves 5 credits. And finally draws a card. Not my favorite Pacer.
He is my favorite Pacer.
He is my favorite Pacer. Not my favorite play. What's behind that Eli, Tim? Tell me.
It's probably a second Sansan.
Or a Cyberdex?
Maybe.
You never know, man. Lucas is a wildcat. But, man, it'd be hard for me not to at least look in there. I can't afford that to be a breaking news. Sells off his last data sucker.
Crazy hair. No care.
Runs the remote. And it's a Jackson that gets used. And that has to happen. You could have a Jackson there behind that Eli as well. Could be waiting for that archives run. Puts 1 back in. Face down.
And then probably that Jackson he milled earlier.
Now keep in mind, Pacer could have a Hades shard. Could even have a Hades shard in the Street Peddler.
That would be clutch.
You just never know. So you got to be very careful. Pacer giving the opening there, running that Jackson. And I think he just keeps drawing. So Pacer's going to keep drawing and keep playing viruses. Pop that Hades shard when it's time. Assuming it's somewhere. I think he runs like 1 of them. Obviously, you can only run 1.
I'm pretty sure it's only 1.
Only 1. I think he's just got 1 in there. Checks the pad campaign and imps it.
It's fair. Completely fair.
Drawing a card. And finally, pressure's on. Pressure's on, Tim.
Uh-oh.
Look at this. See, this is what I'm talking about. Wraparound's doing complete work right here. Just utter work.
I mean, to be fair, any piece of ice that had an in the run on it
There's another imp.
would be doing work.
Yeah, it's true. You never know what's in it. You know, he could be installed. I think he's got like a mimic and stuff in there. It's just especially good work because AI breakers a lot of times are the name of the game with noise. And advanced 3 times on the... It's been down there forever.
It's been down there for a while.
Forever. Unbelievable.
We have ourselves a game.
Pacers
Steven.
got to be looking at that saying, why I could have checked it and just won. I could have checked that and won the game. 2 clicks away from winning that game. Didn't check it. Incredible. Installs another Street Peddler. God, what a card.
So good. The burst potential of that is just insane. In
Just
noise.
so good. And looking to play here. It's a clot. That's nice. Very nice. Pancakes. Pork chop sandwiches.
Chronotype. Interesting choice to play that right now.
What's Pancakes doing?
Nothing right now.
Is he gonna like Street Peddler out of Wildside?
Maybe, but like, so.
All right,
At
so
this point in the game, is it worth playing that, Steven?
What happens now? Lucas looking at his archives. No, yeah, he's. I don't know. I don't know what to think of that. I guess he could. No. No. I'm scared, Tim. I'm scared that I don't understand. I know there's something glaringly obvious that I'm missing.
I don't know that there is.
But hey, we got pressure in the booth here.
Pressure in the booth.
Can you imagine if any of those Beals had been Astro scripts? Woo!
Can you imagine if any of those Astro scripts had been Beals?
Can you? Whoa! Lucas Li gaining some cards, gaining some money. Nothing fancy here. Boy, just a light little NEH board. There's Wildside. Okay, so installs off the what discards the Street Peddler there.
Mm-hmm. You trash it to install one at -1 cost.
And so we install the Wildside. Draws 2. Is he just gonna dig for that Hades shard?
He just sells the Wildside.
Is that what we're looking for? Yeah. And also peddling a cash. So I think he's gonna make his play here. I think we could see a shard. There's nothing on the board. Jackson can't happen. Wildsides for 2 cards.
Selling the cash.
Selling the cash. Look at all this economy, just stuff rolling in. Action economy, etc.
It's so much money, Steven.
Just a good bit of money. First action, draw. Second action is David, and that's going to get him an R&D. And
HQ.
What a great little card. Third is HQ. That's the correct play there. Do we have it here? No. Shipment. He's going to imp it. Makes sense.
Going back to HQ, or no.
And yep, to R&D. And it stays. Good pressure here by Pacer. He's got all 3 centrals under lockdown right now. He can get into all 3. Archives looks loaded. R&D lock is on.
Lucas's deck is looking pretty thin.
It could be a total lose by mill here.
TKO.
Not too far away. Those agendas have got to be somewhere, Tim. We know that.
I have a feeling they're in R&D.
We've got a Jackson out of the game. Lucas can't install and score anything. So we have to keep that in mind. Clout on the board. He can't even biotic anything. Doesn't have the money for it. Doesn't have a remote server. He's in a really tight spot. This is a tough position to be in.
Yeah, it's tough. He is definitely on both back feet.
Does he try to purge here and set himself up? I mean, I don't know his way out of this game. That's what I'm trying to find.
I think that he has to purge before he can try to win this game.
Well, that is true. But if he does purge here, Pacers all over it. He's got to get through this wraparound. David already, I mean, only 1 counter left, so he's only got 1 more coming in. Could deja vu it back out. Clone chip it back out. What a great card.
It's really
David,
good.
man. Oh, man,
Yeah,
I really
it's
came
really
around
good.
on that card. I got to tell you, critical.
What is that?
Installs, gains some money. So
What is that card?
You just got to go check it, man.
What is that?
That's the thing. Lucas knows you got to check that. You got to check that. There's no way around it. You got to check it, Tim.
But if you run and check it,
Sells the clot.
and then the purges,
Selling the clot here is really interesting to me. Because that opens up next turn for a biotic.
or Sansan.
Or if that's a Sansan, right? And he does, but he's got to check this card. I think that's really weird to sell that clot.
I mean, he needs the money.
I mean, I would imp before clot, though.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding. I would just not sell anything, I think.
That's tough, Pacer. Man, he could just win right here, though.
I'm going to say he doesn't win based
Probably
on
a
the
Sansan?
time.
That's the Sansan stare right there.
Classic Sansan
Classic
stare.
Sansan stare. Stare city grid. Oh, hedge fund. Okay. Imps it. See, so you traded an imped hedge fund for a clot. I'm not sure about that. Lamprey comes in. Discards the top card. Is that a Jackson over there on the Eli? You know it is.
Most likely.
Install the Hades shard. There it is. And that's going to be the game, surely. Utopia. It's Utopia. Is that Hades?
Yeah, that's a good
No,
game.
it's Hades.
Yeah. Woo!
Wait, where was the Astro? Where did he pull the
That was
Astro
our
from?
archives. That was the one he just milled.
Okay. So he gets the Astro. So that's just pretty classic noise right there.
That's fundamental noise right there.
Congratulations to Pacer. That's a heck of a game. They are going to continue through the bracket. Pacer moves up. Lucas moves down. We got so many more games coming, guys. Netrunner, the Wild Frontier.
It's crazy.
Welcome to the party. We'll see you there.
See you guys.